by praying about it, praying makes you helps you understand the approach, because when you cutting somebody off, you need some help, and God has to help you navigate through cutting somebody off, because some people will go postal. Some people are not emotionally intelligent enough to handle you cutting them off. So some people become threatening. Some people become ugly. Some people just become mean and nasty. Why? Because they feel as if you put them down. So you have to first pray. I'm going to run through this and I'm getting off. Then I'm a battle. The second way of cutting people off is that you have to put the ownership as to why you're letting them go prior to letting them go. Let them know that this is not, you no longer want to be in it. You got to let them know, I don't want to be in this anymore. And so as a result of me not wanting to be in it, I'm letting you know that this is not for me. And you and I need to go our separate ways. You and I. And if they don't want, and what happens is they're not going to take that. And then the third way to cut somebody off, it's no longer working for us. The third way to cut somebody off, you're not going to like it, is just up and leave. Up and leave. People can't handle rejection. There is no perfect way in cutting somebody off. No perfect way in cutting somebody off. So that was my little 10 minutes. Any questions about what I talked about? I didn't really want to come too heavy. We went, hey, YouTube. I went too heavy yesterday. I didn't want to come too heavy today. We went too heavy yesterday. For those of us that missed it yesterday, we talked about why isn't it good to get back with your ex. For those of us yesterday, we talked about why isn't it good to get back with your ex. Why isn't it good to get back with your ex? People think, and what we talked about yesterday is people to have the proclivity to think that it's okay to be cordial with your ex. So you think people think that it's okay for, hey, Lamingo, hey, Sankey, people. Yeah, so Sankey said, do you believe in second chances? I believe in second chances to a degree. Hey, Linda, hey, from me. People say, I believe in second chances to a degree. Backtracking to somebody who did you wrong, who cheated. Hey, Donna, who cheated, who manipulated you, who second chances can't be in the cards. Why? Because when you're in a relationship, that means that person is getting closer and closer to your heart. And that person, Mary said, I pray to God to give me the strength to. Yes, Mary. And what happens is, thank you for that question, Sankey. Sankey, do I believe in second chances? Yes, I believe in second chances. Second chances for us as a friend. Not somebody that I dated, somebody I was cool with at one time, but there's limitations, there's boundaries. You can't give somebody who cheated, who manipulated, who did whatever to you a second chance. Because people change, but some people change, but their essence of who they're being doesn't change. The percentile of people that change in a relationship. God gave me the strength to forgive him. Yeah. And Linda said, God gave me the strength to forgive him. You can forgive a person, but not be with them. Yeah. You can forgive a person and not be with them. You can forgive them from afar and not be with them. Please, what hurts a lot of people, and I got to give y'all this, Lisa and Sankey, what hurts a lot of people is that they hide underneath the umbrella, or they go underneath the umbrella of forgiveness, not knowing the ramifications, not knowing the ramifications and all of the get back that comes their way with letting somebody know that it's okay. Because as I stated before, most people get back together not handling the reason or not coming to terms with the reason they broke up. So they just get back together all because somebody said that they were sorry. Sorry is not good enough. And when people get back together, the dangers in getting back with your ex, as we discussed, is that they know your patterns. And if a person knows your patterns and know how you operate, the likelihood of them doing what they did before is greater. It's greater. The reason it's greater, as one of the things that we discuss is, Talisha, one of the things that we discuss is that if I know that you have, hey, Drawn, if I know, Marie, that you like to go through phones, if I know that you like to go through phones and I'm a cheater and you let me back in, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy me a track phone. Or I'm going to buy me a throwaway phone. I'm going to hide it in the car underneath the tire, the spare tire. Right. You have to understand that people's words may change. Let me give it to you again. People's words may change, but their tendencies don't. Let me give it to you again. When you consider letting somebody go, come back, their words may change, but their tendencies don't. The essence of who they are still there. If they think they could get away with it before, 90% of that, they can do it again. That even though, so say if they cheated on you, there were some actions that precipitated that or preceded that. If they stole from you, there were some actions that led up to that. People just don't cheat. Let me give it to you again. Whatever the reasons y'all broke up, people just don't cheat. It's a seed that has grown, and it's a manifested thought. It's a growing thought. And when the opportunity presented itself, they took advantage of it. People just don't cheat. Yeah, people just don't cheat. People just don't steal. And so to let somebody come back into your life that thought enough of you or thought less enough of you to devalue the relationship is not in the deck of cards. It's not in the deck of cards. I'm saying to you, it's better. Let me give this to you. It's better. Linda, listen to what I'm saying. Talisha, it's better. It's better to start over with somebody new who really doesn't know me, but I can allow the changed version of who I am to shine. The other person that I dealt with, I showed my weaknesses to, and they exposed them, and they took advantage of them. But the new person, I'm healed. The new Primo, right? The new person, the new person can come in that I meet somebody, Lisa, and they can show me, I can show them, or I can be to them the healed version. Yeah. Because when you go back to somebody, when you get back to somebody, your level of vulnerability is heightened. When we look at, and I don't want to bring politics in here, right? I don't want to bring politics. I don't want to bring politics, right? I don't want to bring politics. But when we look at who we hire, who is president, when we look at who is president, We knew the pattern before we voted for them, but we still let them back in. Right? I don't want to I'm just giving you an example. I'm not talking bad about, political or anything. I'm saying to you, you knew the pattern and yet you still let them come back. You knew the pattern of the individual, but yet you still voted for them. The same way with your ex. You knew the pattern. You knew how they got down. Why would you want them to come back? Like, what's the reasoning? Hey, Jersey, what's the reasoning? I'm saying to you, it's better to take a risk. Everybody, hey, Jersey, thank you, baby. It's better to take a risk. Thank you, Jersey, baby. It's better to take a risk with somebody new than to go back. Thank you, Jersey. Than to go back to somebody with whom hurt me. You only get one chance. One chance. One chance. Courtney said because Trump. Courtney said because Trump was the best option. So let me ask you this. So Courtney said because Trump was the best option. Let's go there. You must be just coming in on what? No, you don't vote for the best option. The best option had a pattern. So let me ask you a question, y'all. So do you think, right, exactly. So do you think, what's the question, Lisa? Hey, Christelle. So do you think that I'm going to choose a person who already showed me their stripes? You had the position. You didn't manage the position well. The same way with our exes. If they had the position and they blew the position, why would I go back to somebody who had a chance and they mismanaged and they mismanaged my trust and they mismanaged the position that I gave them? So to answer Courtney's question, you don't go because, hey, Nolan, you don't go back just off of somebody's words. You go back off of their actions. Yeah, you go back off of their actions. So I'm saying to you, is that just because your ex is a viable option doesn't mean that you have to pick them. Let me give that. No turn. Exactly, Jersey. Just because your ex is a viable option, just because they're an option, doesn't mean that you have to pick them. All right. You have to believe and try something new than to go back to somebody who demonstrated who they are. And so I just want to add some context. I want to add some context before I close. I want to add, Courtney is over here on my other live. I want to add some context before I close. Let me add some context. It's 3 ways. I need y'all to understand this. You can tell a person's character by 3 ways. It's 3 ways. Oh, Lisa said, what if they don't let you go? Oh, you got to call the police. Straight up. And they don't such thing as they don't let you go. It ain't no such thing as they don't let you go, Lisa. Yeah, you got to call the police and get some barriers. It's 3 ways. 3 ways that a person can show you their character. It's 3 ways that you can tell a person's character. I'm ready to give it to you. It always works, 100%. I promise you. It's 3 ways that you can tell a person's character. Let's talk about that in a little bit, Lisa. 3 ways. If you put sex in front of them, if you put power in front of them, and if you put money in front of them. It's only 3 ways why people break up. It's 3 ways why people break up. It's the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, and the lust of the eyes. It's three ways. So when we look at the current president, and when we look at your exes, it's three reasons why y'all broke up. Three reasons. It's only three. Either they cheated. Good God Almighty. Either they cheated, either they stole or lied, or you gave them some power and they took advantage of you. It's only three ways that people cheat. Which one is it? They showed you. Those three things will show you their character. Y'all not liking me today. Y'all not liking what I'm talking about? It's those three reasons show. And once a person shows you their character, thank you, Jersey. It's up to you to believe it. Once God reveals to you their character, it's up to you to believe it. And the thing is, people show us the thing is that people show us their character. But our problem is that we give grace to people, and you not God. You ain't liking me right now. We are giving grace and mercy to people that your heart's capacity can't handle. And you not God. Sometimes it's better to leave certain people alone, because the more you allow them to stick around and the more their character is revealed, little lady, they're showing you their character, but by you letting them stay around, you are becoming a character. Cook, what do you mean? How am I becoming a character? Because you start to look like Boo Boo the Fool. Let me give it to you again. Josephine, I gotta give it to you again. If you continue to allow your ex to text you, if you continue to allow people to stay around you, but yet you continue to ask God to help you, and he keeps revealing to you that they're not good for you after they've shown you their character, by you staying around is making you into a character. And the worst thing that you can be is a character. Because once you operate in character mode, we had an answer, but not letting him go. Yeah, once you allow, you gotta be. Hold on, y'all. I'm operating on two lives. What happens is that when you become, and I'm talking about this tomorrow. I need y'all to be here. 8 p.m. tomorrow. 8 p.m. tomorrow. Be here. I'm talking about how to function with a broken heart. Tomorrow, I'm talking about how to function with a broken heart. How to heal. I'm talking about healing tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm talking about how to heal. 8 o'clock. If you haven't hit that follow button, make sure that you hit that follow button. If you have not hit that follow button, hit that follow button. Let's share this out. Make sure that you hit that follow button. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. So one of the things that I want to give you this, and I'm closing. I promise I'm closing. As people, we have been duped. We've been duped. We have been manipulated, D. We've watched too many. We've listened to too many. We watched too many reality shows. We've been duped into believing that we have to be nice. We've been duped. Some people in some situations cause for you to be cold. COLD. There's some situations where you have to be ice cold. What do I mean by being ice cold? You have to turn off the faucet of your emotions, turn off the faucet of your mental thought process, turn off the faucet of your physicality. Why? Because the longer that you operate from a physical standpoint, physical meaning that you need affection, that you want to be touched, that you want to be held, that you want to be cuddled, then you're yielding, you'll get yourself in a level of trouble that your character can't handle. You got to cut it off. Whenever you stop talking to somebody, you have to cut off all emotional attachment from that person. You have to keep saying to yourself, I am no longer vulnerable to that person. Whoever you were dealing with, because we talked about, I got to give you this, we talked about yesterday, as long as you keep conversing with the person with whom you had a relationship with, as long as you keep that door open, then you're blocking the person with whom God intends for you to be with. Let me give it to you again, and I'm closing. As long as you keep texting, as long as you keep the door open to anybody with whom you had a past relationship with, then you are preventing your future from giving birth. You have to let it go. Cut your emotional faucet off. It's like what people don't notice about me. People don't notice about me, Viv, but I used to do Newports. I used to have Newports, right? When I was young, I was like 17 or whatever. And I wanted to stop. And when I wanted to stop, I used to take a puff, put it out, take a puff, put it out, take a puff, put it out. And that ain't work for me. Hey, Kim, I used to smoke Newports, right? And I would take a puff, put it out, pick a puff, put it out, and Anika, it ain't work for me. All I was doing was playing with my own emotions. It's not until my mother came and my mother said to me, Kim, she said, do you know that I'm 17. I don't know no about it. She said, do you know that you are the temple of God? My mother said that. And you going to fill his temple with that? I stopped cold turkey. The critical question I have to leave with each and every one of you is, how bad do you want happiness? How bad do you want happiness? How bad? It's one thing to have happiness for a minute, but it's another thing to hold hostage and be married to happiness. Yeah. It's one thing, Kim, to get it and have it and be happy for a moment. No. You want happiness to be a monument. It's one thing, Crystal, to find your happy place. But it's another thing to carry it around. And if you want to be constantly happy, you have to get rid of the thing or the people that brought you unhappiness. You can never be healed hanging around the people that hurt you. You ain't liking me today, huh? Let me give it to you again. You can never be fully healed. Keep talking, keep hanging around, keep hanging around, keep being cordial with the very people that hurt you. I don't want that. I'm not built for that. I'm telling you, come on, let's get to 20,000, everybody. I'm telling you, I am. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I can't afford to pay the price to hang around people that hurt me. I refuse to. Even though there was some good times, but the good times is not enough for me to stick around. Hey, Misha, the good times is not enough for me to stick around hurt. I can't stick around a person that took me, that put me in a car and drove me down Hurt Avenue. Thank you, Crystal. I'm closing. If this has been a blessing, I'm closing right here. If this has been a blessing to you, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that follow button. I'm on tomorrow at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Be here, 8 p.m. sharp. I'm closing. I want you to go to my website. It's www.richardtcook.com. richardtcook.com if you want any one-on-ones. You can go to my my link and connect with me on all platforms. I'm on Apple, Spotify, everything. I'm on every platform. So you can get some of my podcasts. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. I'm on everything. So